All right, so welcome to another rapid fire business story of the week. This is part of our rapid fire series, and today we have an incredible guest with us, someone who's achieved extraordinary success and is here to share their unique business journey with you. We're excited to hear their insights, so let's welcome them to the show. All right, so as this is our rapid fire series, we've got 1 minute or less to answer each question. So, in a minute or less, give us the elevator pitch to your story and your life. Go.
So my name is Joel Salomon, and I'm a master prosperity coach. I started my hedge fund in 2012, and that was my dream. And while I was doing my dream job, I went to a personal development course and had an epiphany that coaching people is my true purpose. And so I shut down my hedge fund by emailing my investors and telling them that I found my true purpose. That you can't actually shut down a hedge fund that way, but I did that. I was done, and logistically it took the next year. And I started coaching people to teach them the truth about money, to teach them about how you can become financially free by not working hard, by changing your money mindset, and by manifesting and investing your money and have your money work harder than you.
So that's fascinating, and I would love to dig a little bit deeper. So tell us a bit more about what you're working on today that you're most passionate about and believe will have the biggest impact.
I am really excited because I've been coaching people for about 9 years now. And generally, I've been teaching a process to teach people how to become financially free, either through investing, through stocks, real estate, crypto, or through increasing the revenue in their business by 10 or 20,000 a month. And now I just recently came up with a done-for-you process where a handful or two handfuls of people can get access to the done-for-you product for investing in stocks, so the done-for-you product for growing your business so that you can increase your revenues quickly and have somebody else actually do it for you, me.
So this next question is one that every entrepreneur has dealt with. Tell us about a time where you failed. We often say failure is the first step to success. So think about a time where you failed in the past. What happened? What did you learn from it?
I will say that there are no failures. There's only lessons learned. And when I was managing my hedge fund in 2015, I was betting that some stocks were going to go up and other stocks were going to go down. And a stock that we were betting was going to go down got acquired for a 30% premium, and it was the worst day of my career investing money. My investors lost millions of dollars. I lost $600,000 in one day. And my biggest lesson learned from that experience is unconditional happiness, because I realized I didn't have to be in pain, sad, depressed. I could create my own happiness by choosing my thoughts, my feelings, my actions. And the good news is we recovered all those losses from that terrible July day within the next couple of months. And so my investors were able to recoup all those losses. And I truly believe by creating happy habits that created unconditional happiness in my life, that I was able to recover. And that was my biggest lesson learned from that experience.
That's fascinating. That's fascinating. And we're definitely going to have you back on the show to dive deeper into each of these questions. But for now, one thing that I often say is, and I tell this to my employees and the people who work with me and for me all the time, is that When a tree falls in the forest, if nobody hears it, did that tree actually fall? This brings me to this next question. How do you make sure that all of these amazing projects that you're involved in get noticed? What marketing and advertising methods have worked best for you? You've got a minute. Let's go.
So for me, I'd rather not call it sales, I'd rather call it service. And when I'm providing a service to my clients, they are the best referral partners, the best marketers. And by them giving testimonials, by them written audio or video testimonials, by them telling the world how much progress they've made, that is, to me, the best way to make a difference in the world. So I found that it's connecting with those clients and having them do your marketing for you, and it being the best process rather than doing a social media post. They can do those posts, they can do the videos, they can do the written testimonials, and that can actually create virility much more seamlessly than you pushing a product or service.
That was so awesome. We're definitely going to dive deeper into this on a later show. And as we approach our last question, before we ask people how people can get a hold of you, how people can reach you, learn more about the work that you're doing in your company, and we will include all that information in the show notes, what I wanted to ask you is, what is one piece of advice that you would offer to your younger self, to our audience, and to somebody, especially somebody who's just starting out in the same niche that you're in, but just doesn't know how to start or get going? Amazing stuff. We're going to have to thank our guest.
I think the most important lesson I would tell to my younger self and to people who are just starting in business is to hashtag doubt the doubt. Have faith in your dreams. You chose this vision, this business, this purpose for a reason, and don't get clouded by the physical reality that's in front of you that may be not showing you that the dream is close to fruition. So doubt your doubt, have faith in your dream, don't have faith in your doubt, and don't give up. When things look cloudy, there's some rain on the horizon, just focus back on the dream and know that you came here for that purpose, and doubt your doubt. Have faith in the dream.
Today for being a guest on Business Story of the Week. And before we cut out on this episode, I wanted to ask you, how can people get a hold of you? How can people learn more about what you're doing? And how do people engage with you? And we will transcribe this and put it in the show notes for everybody to find.
So my website is salomore.com. So my company name is named after my daughters, Lauren and Morgan. So it's SALAURMOR.com. And I give everybody 30 minutes free of prosperity coaching. So if anybody wants to take me up on that, jump on my calendar from my website, and you can get a free, powerful, transformational coaching session with me that I believe will change your life.
All right, amazing. So you did it. Thank you for being a guest on the show today. Let me tell you what you can expect next. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all this, we're going to cut it into an episode. It will go on the Business Story of the Week page. So make sure you go on Apple Podcasts, review us, like us, go on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to us on Spotify, and this will come out in the next 30 days or so, depending on our workload and how many shows we have. We have had a lot of interest in the show lately, so we may be a little backed up, but the show will get out. In the meanwhile, we will send you clips that feel free to share on social. Also, the full episode, feel free to share any way that you like. The content is yours to share and put out there. We just ask that you mark us and tag us in the notes if you do. So in the copy, put hashtag Business Story of the Week. link back to us. We would appreciate that. And if you think that you might be interested in doing more podcasts, live ones and studio ones, Zoom ones, Riverside ones, there's a whole host of shows that likely, if you did this one and succeeded, you would probably be really great at, and a great way of getting your message out. So your host will talk to you about potentially getting you booked on a strategy call for a business story of the week's sister company, Podcast Cola, or becoming a YouTube influencer through Viral Mirage. Thanks again for being a part of this. Looking forward to working with you.